Very good morning, all of you. Today's period we have to understand what is the syllabus of marketing management paper first. It means that in this paper, what type of topics are there, what chapters are included there, all these things we have to study in detail. Course name is Marketing Management. Subject code is 19-105. This course is introduced from June 2019. This course contains or includes the semester end exam of the 60 marks, that is called SEE, and also continuous internal assessment, that is CIA, carries 40 marks. Total 100 marks exam you have to give there, and credit assigned for this paper 4. Now, what is the course outcome, or what are the course outcomes of this marketing management we have to understand. First outcome is expected there to articulate the students with the basic marketing concepts. It means that students should be articulated with the basics of marketing concepts, or basic concepts of the marketing also students should be articulated. This is the first outcome. Second outcome will be there to give knowledge of the consumers effectively. It means that consumers knowledge should be given to the students effectively, and that is also a course outcome. Then third outcome is there to give insight into market segmentation, targeting and positioning. It means that what are the insights into these three concepts. What are these three concepts? Market segmentation, targeting and positioning. And in those three concepts you should have to understand insights of these three concepts. Okay, that's why this will be the course outcome. Then the last outcome is there to inculcate marketing planning skills among the students. It means that marketing planning skill is also essential for the successful marketing. That's why to inculcate the marketing planning skills among the student. These are the 4 course outcomes. Then first unit is there, that is entitled as Introduction of Marketing. In this unit we have to understand, we have to study the first meaning and definition of marketing. It means that what do you mean by marketing, what is the exact meaning of marketing, and what are the definitions of the marketing. All these concepts we have to study here. Then features of marketing also we have to understand. What are the features of marketing? Those features also we have to study in detail. Then importance of marketing. It means that why marketing is there. What is the importance of marketing? That importance also we have to study there. Then next point is included there, that is scope of marketing. It means that in that marketing concept, what are the inclusive aspects, or what are the included aspects in the marketing. It means that in other word, what is the scope of marketing, that is also included. Then core concept of marketing. There are core concepts, and those core concepts also we have to study. What are those core concepts? We have to study each and every word in detail. What are those words are there? Need. What do you mean by need? The meaning of need we have to understand. Then want. What do you mean by want? Demand. What is the exact meaning of demand? Then value. We have to understand the concept value in marketing. Then cost and satisfaction. It means that there is a relationship between cost and satisfaction. And that's why what is the exact meaning of cost and what is the exact meaning of satisfaction, all these things also we have to study. Then exchange concept also understand in marketing. Then transaction. What is the exact meaning of transaction? What do you mean by transaction? And relationship marketing. It means that this concept is also important. What is it? Relationship marketing. This is the first point. Then next point is also included in this topic, in this unit, that is holistic and domestic marketing concept. Holistic marketing concept and domestic marketing concept, these two concepts are also included in this unit. Okay, now after studying this unit, what is the learning outcome is there? Learning outcome will be understanding about the introduction to the marketing. It means that understanding about the introduction. It means that introduction to the marketing, this is the unit. This is the first unit. But students should have to understand in detail the knowledge of introduction to the marketing. And this is the learning outcome of the unit number 1. Then unit number 2 we have to study, that is entitled Consumer Behavior and Service Marketing. What is the title of this unit? Consumer Behavior and Service Marketing. Now we have to study first unit, first topic is there, first point is there. What is it? Consumer behavior. That is numbered here 2.1. And in this consumer behavior, we have to understand what is the exact meaning and significance of consumer behavior. Meaning means what do you mean by consumer behavior and what is the significance of consumer behavior. That is included here. And this point also we have to study. Then factors affecting consumer behavior. What are the different factors, and those factors are also affecting consumer behavior. Those factors we have to study. And the next point we have to understand the buying decision process. It means that consumer has to take decision about the buying the product, and that decision is called a buying decision. And what is the process of buying decision? That process also included in this unit. Now service marketing. What do you mean by service marketing? What is the exact meaning of service marketing? Then definitions are also given there, and those definitions we have to study. Then features of service marketing also have to study now. Then second point is given there, contemporary issues in service marketing. What is the title? Contemporary issues in service marketing. What are the different types of the contemporary issues? Issues relating to the service marketing, those are also given here. For example, sales decline, slow growth, changes in buying patterns, increasing competition, and increasing marketing expenditure. Try to understand. It means that these are the issues. What are those? Sales decline, slow growth, changing or changes in buying pattern, increasing competition, and increasing marketing expenditure. These are the different contemporary issues, and those issues also we have to study here. Now next point is included in service marketing. What is it? Remedial measures to accelerate growth of service marketing. What are the remedial measures are there? What measures are useful for acceleration of growth of service marketing, and those measures are also included in this second unit. Okay, now after studying this unit, what will be the learning outcome? Student will get knowledge about consumer behavior and service marketing totally. It means that after studying this unit, definitely you will get full knowledge about the consumer behavior and service marketing, and this is the learning outcome of this unit. Okay, now unit number 3 is there, that is entitled as market segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Have to understand what is the meaning of market segmentation. What do you mean by market? What do you mean by segmentation? And now what do you mean by market segmentation? It means that we have to study the meaning and definition. Meaning and definition of market segmentation we have to study here. Then process of segmentation is also included there. What is the segmentation process? And that segmentation process also you have to study in this unit number 3, point number 3.1.2. Okay, now nature and basis of segmentation, that is also included here. Unit number 3 is also included, nature and basis of segmentation. In this way we have to study the market segmentation with the help of all these 3 points. Okay, now targeting. What do you mean by targeting? What is the exact meaning of targeting? We have to study the meaning and concepts of targeting, the process and types of targeting. These points we have to study in targeting. Now third point is also included here, positioning. In this positioning we have to study the meaning and concept of positioning, and why positioning is there. It means that what is the importance of positioning we have to study in this unit. Okay, then after studying this unit, what will be the learning outcomes? It means that after completion of this unit, what will be the learning outcome? You have to understand, student will get acquaintance with market segmentation, targeting and positioning. This will be the learning outcomes after the completion of this unit. Okay, then next unit is given there, that is unit number 4, which is named as marketing research. Very important unit is that. Very important unit is that, marketing research. What is it? Marketing research. In this unit also we have to study the meaning and definition. Meaning and definition of what? Meaning and definition of marketing research. What do you mean by marketing research and what are the definitions of marketing research? All these points we have to study here. Then importance of marketing research. Why marketing research is conducted? Why marketing research activities are also conducted? It means that what is the importance of marketing research? That importance also we have to study. There are steps in marketing research. What are the steps? There are different steps or stages are also called there. What are the different steps or stages in the marketing research? Those steps and stages also we have to study. Now, a scope or area of marketing research, that is also included. It means that scope of marketing research or areas of marketing research. There are different areas in marketing research. N number of areas are there. But out of those n numbers, some areas are included in your syllabus, and those areas we have to study. What are those areas? Number 1, consumer research, market research, product research, sales research, advertising and sales promotional research. In these areas you have to study. Okay, it means that these are the areas of marketing research. And after studying this unit, definitely what will be the learning outcome? Definitely you will get the knowledge about the marketing research. It means that what do you mean by marketing research? About this concept, definitely you will get the knowledge. Okay. Now reference books are also given here. Why reference books are given here? Because textbooks are also available library. In the library also those books are available, but reference books also you have to refer, and there should be habit developed by you, because such type of a habit you have to develop. What habit you have to develop? To refer the reference books also. Why reference books are essential there? To get additional knowledge, to get thorough knowledge, to get in detail knowledge. References you have to refer. Okay, and I have given some of the references in this list, and with the help of this list also you can refer the reference books, and definitely you can enrich your knowledge also. Now we have to study the another some elements of the marketing management. This subject included in semester number 1. Okay, subject code you have to understand, and you should have to know what is the subject code. 19-105. This will be the subject code. Then semester end exam also will be conducted there of 60 marks, and CIA, it means that continuous internal assessment will be conducted of 40 marks. It means total 100 marks exam will be there, and 4 credits will be assigned for these subjects. How many credits will be there? 4 credits. Under autonomy we have to understand, and we should have to know how many credits are allowed, how many credits are assigned there. Okay, and it should be known by you also. Then another thing we have to understand, what is the nature of question paper, how question paper will be there, and how many marks will be there, what will be the time duration for the question paper is also there, and how many questions will be included there, and what is the nature of those questions. All these things you should have to know. That's why I am going to explain here. Total 60 marks exam will be conducted there, and for that exam duration will be 2.5 hours. And in this paper also you have to attempt any 5 questions. No, 5 questions are given there, and internal options are given there. That's why any 5 questions is written there. First question will be broad question, and it has also internal option A or B. From A or B you should have to solve any one, and it will carry 12 marks. And the same such type of the questions, you will find question number 2, that will be also broad question. Question number 3, that will also broad question. Question number 4, it will be also broad question. And all these questions are having internal options. Okay, and out of 2 you have to write the answer of any one, and that will be carry for 12 marks each. Okay, and the last question will be there about these short notes. You have to write any 2 out of 4. It means that out of 4 you should have to write any 2 short notes, and also will carry 12 marks. It means that you have to understand each question carries equal marks. How many marks will be there for each question? 12 marks will be there. How many questions you should have to solve there? 5 questions you should have to solve there. How many questions are given there? Internal options are given for each and every question. Try to understand, and from those options you have to write your convenient option. What will be the easy to solve you, what will be the easy for writing, what will be easy for scoring. You have to select and you have to write it. Okay, in this way this is the nature of the question paper. Then we have to understand a continuous internal assessment, that is called CIA. And a continuous internal assessment means what? Some evaluation is also conducted here internally, and that evaluation is also conducted continuously. That's why it is titled as continuous internal assessment, which carries 40 marks. Okay, how 40 marks are classified here? We have to understand. Very simple classification is there. Active participation in classroom and academic events carries 5 marks. Okay, for active participation in classroom, what is the meaning of active participation? Some seminars will be conducted, some question answer session will be conducted there, group discussion will be conducted there, questioning should be there. All such types of the events are called participative events, and that is called active participation in classroom and academic events also, which carry 5 marks. Then second point is given there for project work. Mini project will be there, then practical will be conducted there if it is applicable to your subject, lab work if it is applicable, on the job training will be there, and for that also 20 marks are allotted. Then class assignments are conducted there, or home assignments are also given there. Interview or group discussion, study tour, field visits will be conducted, and your participation should be there, because this element also carries how many marks? 15 marks. In this way 40 marks internal CIA is there. Now what is the criteria of passing? Don't forget, you have to understand and you should have to know clearly. You have to pass separately. It means that separate heads of passing is there. In CIA also you should have to get minimum marks for the passing purpose, and also in written exam also, theory exam also, you have to get minimum 40% marks. It means, what is the criteria? Minimum 40% marks you should have to secure for the passing. In CIA 16 marks you should have to get out of 40 for internal evaluation, and 24 marks out of 60 marks for theory examination. And overall how many marks should be there? Minimum 40 marks you should have to get out of 100 marks. And this is the nature of your exam, this is the nature of your question paper, this is the nature of your criteria for the passing. All such things you should have to clearly understand. Don't forget at all these things you should have to understand clearly. Okay, in this way this is the syllabus and exam pattern and nature of the question paper also I have explained. And now this is the end of this topic, end of this period. Okay, thank you very much.